Hi everyone, and welcome to another tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make the Midway Sunrise bracelet, and this was designed by Looms on Instagram. I'll have her name in the description box below, and I'll bring it up here in just a second. First I want to show you the two versions of this design. So you can make this two different ways. You can make this bracelet design, that has crossed bands in the middle to connect both sides of the bracelet, or you can make the bracelet with C-clips and without crossed bands. So in the tutorial today I'll be showing you how to make this crossed version. However, I will explain how to attach the C-clips and that kind of stuff. So I'll bring up her profile here. It is Lenora_Looms. Like I said, I will have her name in the description box below. But for now you can look through her photos, check out her account, and give her a follow for me. And we'll go ahead and get started. So what you're going to want today is a hook, which I just dropped, but a hook. You're also going to want a C-clip and some bands, or if you're making this version, you're going to want some extra C-clips for the middle. And yeah, we'll get started. So first things first, you're going to take whichever band you're using for the middle, which in this bracelet is the orange sweets, and in this bracelet is the pink pearl. I'm going to use white today. And you're going to make an 8-loop setup. So you're going to take a white band, cap it, pull another band through, and loop one fishtail band on in white, but then you're going to take another fishtail band in gray, which is your second color. I'm using this gray glitter. You're going to pull that on, turn this around, and put that cap band back up. Pull a white band through the first two and lift the outer one. And pull another gray band through the first two and lift the outer one. So you should have something like this. And we're going to start this a little bit differently than the rest of the bracelet is going to be, so just pay attention for now. And both bracelets will start like this, so the only difference is the crossed bands or the not crossed bands. So anyway, you're going to take your gray band, pulling this through the first 6 loops, and you're going to lift these middle two white, and then the outer two bands. You're going to skip those two gray and drop them off in the middle. So now that you have this, what you're going to go ahead and do is take another gray band through the first 3 and lift the outer one. Now turn this around, take another gray band through the first 3, lift the outer one. And here's where the differences in the bracelet start. So if you're going to make the one with the C-clips, don't cross any of your bands in the middle. If you're making this bracelet without C-clips, cross the bands now. So you're going to cross these bands. And then for both bracelets, you're going to take a white band, pull this through the first 4 loops, and just lift the outer one. Now you're going to rearrange this outer one so it's on the outside. Take another gray band through the first 2 loops and lift the outer one. And what I found easiest in making this C-clip bracelet is to make it as long as my wrist and then add C-clips after the fact, but it'll be really open in the middle, so it won't be connected at all in the middle except for the C-clips after. So it's up to you whether you want to add them now or later, but it's up to you, yeah. So we'll just continue with this. After that, you'll turn this back around, take this white band, pull it through the first 4 loops, lift the outer one, rearrange that outer one so it's on the outside, take a gray band through the first 2, and lift the outer one. So now you should have 8 loops on your hook again. We're not going to add this band in the middle at all for the rest of the bracelet. It's just going to be this middle section here. So if you are doing the crossed bands, make sure you cross your bands in the same direction every time. And if you're not, then this doesn't really apply. You're just going to leave them straight. Then you'll take another center color, pull that through the first 4, and lift the outer one. Rearrange that outer one, and take a gray or an outside color through the first 2 and lift the outer one. Then turn it around, take a white band through the first 4, lift the outer 1, rearrange that gray to the outside, take another gray through the first 2, and lift the outer 1. And my band's kind of automatically crossed, so go ahead and cross those. Again, if you're doing the C-clip ones, just leave it. And you can attach C-clips onto the middle of these as you go up, but like I said, I prefer to just keep it open and then add them afterwards. Take a white band through the first 4, lift the outer 1, rearrange to the outside, take a gray band through the first 2, lift the outer 1, take a white band through the first 4, lift the outer 1, rearrange, take another gray through the first 2, and lift the outer 1. I'll show you one last time how to do this. Again, if you're crossing your bands, cross them the same way every time. If you're not crossing your bands, just leave them. Take a white band through the first 4, lift the outer 1, and rearrange. Take a gray band through the first 2. Take a gray band through the first 2, lift the outer 1, slide this down, turn it around, take a white band through the first 4, lift the outer 1, rearrange the outside, take a gray band through the first 2, lift the outer 1, and then once you get to the end, say for example this is the end of my bracelet, you're not going to cross any bands or anything special, you're just going to pull one last band through all 8 loops and close. So it's going to look a little bit different for the crossed bands, but for the C-clip ones, you would attach this one all the way up at the end, up here. I mean, that's what I did, but if you don't want to, you don't have to. But that's what the bracelet should look like. I haven't tried it in 300 pack bands, but I think it might look pretty good in those, because the bands would stick together more. But anyway, that is going to do it for this video, so thank you for watching. If you liked it, make sure to give a thumbs up and subscribe. I'll have Lenora Looms' name in the description box below, so make sure to check her out on Instagram, give her a follow for me, but that is going to do it for this video, and I hope to see you next time.